So, hello there. I moved out of my apartment and I came outside, and it's been really hot. I'm sweaty and there is food smelling. Trying to look for a better angle. Maybe this is a better angle. I was inside my apartment and I didn't feel, like it was a better location for recording a video. So I came outside and in this video, I want to talk about applying for university. 2014, when I came to Denmark, I was told you have to study Danish and you have to complete the Danish education in order to study. But later on, I got to realize you can study in English, and I was amazed by it. You can study in English at Copenhagen University if you're doing masters, but you can study in English at Keir Institute even if you're doing an academy certificate or something like that, or you're doing a bachelor's degree. And I was so amazed by it, and how I got to know this was through my network at language school, where one of the ladies comes in and she's not studied Danish for 3 years, and I'm like, how do you do that? And she tells me, um, I will tell you this, but don't tell anyone. She tells me that she had been in Denmark for 3 years, but she had been studying from Keir Institute, and now she had to do her Danish education because it's important. And I was already doing my Danish education at the time. So what happens is I began applying in 2015. Yeah, but I was late for the application, and then I got to learn later on. Oh my God, there's a plane. Let's wait for it to pass. And then I got to learn later on that I have to apply before March 15th. And I applied, and I was told I don't have enough English qualifications. So 2016 was a year when I began working independently, and I was making my own money. So I sat for a TOEFL English exam, and I passed very highly with around 87. Some of the tests were so quick and I never completed them, but maybe next time I'll do better. And I didn't opt for a Cambridge English exam, I just went for TOEFL and I passed it. So I applied and I was told I have all the requirements, but I wasn't able to get in. And I basically wasn't demotivated. I wanted to study in English. So the next year, 2017, I applied as well, and I was told I have the qualifications. But unfortunately, I think there's so much competition, I did not get in. And they did take time to respond and well, there's people over there, to tell me that I had all the requirements. So 2016, I had the requirements. 2017, I had the requirements. And now 2018 as well, I wasn't able to get in. I have been so demotivated, but I think it's also because there's a lot of competition, people coming from different cities and countries to get themselves an education. So basically decided to I basically decided to, not give up. And I think I have to resit my TOEFL English exam because after 2 years, it's null and valid. And on the other side, it's a good try for me to maybe get a higher point because now I know some tests within the exam go very quickly. But I want to just say that as much as I have been independently working and traveling to Paris, to Sweden, to Oslo, education has always been something that I was focused on. And yeah, it's always been something I was focused on. And unfortunately, I did not get into an English institution. And the amazing thing is that the education is free of charge. You get to study free of charge. And yeah, it's you get to study free of charge, and that's really amazing. Unlike if you're to travel out and go somewhere else, and then you have to get a student loan and look for your own money. And as a transgender person, if you don't have a job, that is very difficult for you to survive. I'm noticing that I think I need a brow lift. My eyebrows are a little bit low, but when I was younger, my eyebrows were a little bit higher. Oh my God. But anyway, I think I like the makeup and I like the weather. It's really green outside. It's really green outside. and I will be saying bye bye. And if you're studying English in Copenhagen, you're lucky. Take that opportunity seriously. There's also Aalborg University, which was told to me by a teacher. I was doing online classes in my Danish language school, and a teacher told me, I think it's unrealistic for you to sit for a PD3 exam. You can just try, Aalborg University. And I did try all those universities this year, but I wasn't able to get in. I think it's because I need a qualification like a diploma on top of what I have, a diploma from a credible institute, because my education is more like students for every institution prepares their students for the education line that is in their country. Same as in Uganda, if you come from Tanzania or different countries, then it's difficult for you to compete with a Ugandan, something like that. So that's it for now, and bye bye.